Alright, what's up, everybody? We are on Season 1, Episode 8 of Steins Gate, which is called Chaos Theory Homeostasis. I am noticing actually about the titles for this show that all of them sort of relate to these experiments, I guess, or at least have very technical terms as their titles, which I love because it's very much, of course, in line with the theme of the show overall. But I just came off of watching episode 7, which was once again fantastic. I love how we're constantly making just that little bit more progress towards hopefully, eventually figuring out the answers to, this huge, complex puzzle that Steins Gate has been so far, this massive mystery. And basically last episode to me marked sort of a whole new phase because now we're diving into the time travel on a whole new level where Okarine was, of course, actually for the first time trying to really manipulate events that unfolded. It wasn't just about, sending a message to the past or seeing whether the banana would, travel back to its original location, which didn't really matter much at all, right? Now it was, him trying to win that lottery. And actually having the character there, show up and we the characters show up to tell him that she had bought, or he whatever, had bought the lottery ticket, for him, but somehow that still went wrong. And so that's the one part that I couldn't quite figure out, like, why was the number off by one? What happened there? Was that just an honest mistake that the character had made, or was there something more behind that? Did something go wrong with the process? Did somebody maybe interrupt the process? It's a possibility too, right? The possibilities in this show in general, always, of course, the range of them is just a wide open. Again, it's wide open with possible, reasons why certain things are playing out the way they are. But, man, I'm constantly just... I'm thinking so much, and it's like easy to lose my train of thoughts. I'm sure you'll understand why. But of course, when Okarine performed this experiment, we saw the usual process happen that we also saw happen to him in the first episode, where not just was there a boom and stuff, but Okarine himself sort of, we kind of saw him sort of get transported to a new place. And so for a brief second there, he was once again standing in this empty version of the world, Mayuri screaming at him, or shouting at him rather, and just calling out his name. What the hell was that about? Of course, he saw Mayuri as well in the empty version of Tokyo back in episode 1. That's something that I haven't forgotten about at all. So what is up with her? What's the whole deal between them, right? All these things. And then, of course, afterwards, when Okarine discovered that the experiment had to some extent exceeded, because the boy that's a girl, that's a boy that's a girl did show up, showing him the lottery card or whatever. But then he realized that, like, all his surrounding crew had forgotten all about it, and they were still there in the process figuring out what the hell they were even going to do in the first place and what the time travel experiment would be. So Okarine is the only one who's not forgetting. And that's the interesting part. And he talked about that with John Titor at the end through messaging. And John Titor basically pointed out how, like, this whole demo process is something that they never actually managed to succeed in whatsoever. They never got to do the time traveling through the messages. So this is a whole new way of time traveling that Okarine is discovering here. And somehow it's not affecting him in the progress that he can make. Which, of course, in the memories that he will get to keep, I guess. Which is great because for us as a viewer, we, of course, will also... continue getting to remember everything that happened. So if the characters were to lose that whole process, they had to constantly catch back up with themselves to figure out what they were even doing in the first place. And now we won't have that problem, of course, with Okarine. So that's fantastic. Yeah, John Titor, it basically ended with him asking for Okarine to be the next Messiah. So I don't know if Okarine had really prepared for something like that. Although, I mean, to me, it definitely did feel like he had this... he was sort of caught off guard with it when he was asked, but at the same time, we've already known Okarine as somebody who was very, he was in it for to get the world to see the truth, I guess, right? So I guess playing the Messiah here and getting to have that happen, not only saving the world from a potentially evil entity that's trying to, manipulate the world, but then also getting the truth out there and getting other people to see it is, of course, something that I think he's kind of been wanting to do all along. So, Yeah, I'm super looking forward to seeing where we go from here. Of course, guys, if you enjoy my reactions to Steins Gate, you can already watch the next 8 episodes right away over my Patreon. That's going to be linked on top of the description. So over there, we'll already be on episode 16 right now. It's crazy, dude. We're literally 1/3 of the way through the show already here on YouTube, and on Patreon we'll be 2/3 of the way through. So it's not going to be that long, but man, yeah. Thankfully, there will also be a second show still, because I feel like this, and I said it already last episode, but Steins Gate right now is easily top 3 anime I've seen so far. And I mean, by the end of it, it may literally, you know, I don't know, it might just claim number 1. Who knows? I'm just loving the ride, so that's what I will say about it. Yeah, we should just dive into episode 8, so that's what we're going to do. Let's get started. Oh, really? That's what you're telling yourself. See, what if, dude, what if he is the one, like, behind CERN at the end of the day? It's possible. I don't see him as a villain, though. They don't remember. Oh, now he's telling them.
どうしてあんただけが記憶を保っているのよ。タイターは言っていた。俺には力があると。それを確かめるためにも、もう一度世界線を移動させねばならないのだ。力?
Oh, are they going to have to prove that first?
記憶を持ち続ける力。マガン。リーディングしたいな。
Still looking at that number and why it was off, or what's the deal with that person?
5日前のダルに D メールを送り、フェイリス杯でのカードの配置を知らせ、ダルが優勝する。
Oh, okay.
はあ、マユシ、ちょっと聞きたいんだけど、この前のフェイリス
Did I win?
って負けた?
Oh. Oh, so okay. Just like the numbers in the lottery ticket, I guess, right? That it was still off. Something still went wrong.
それくらいでは世界線は変動しないということだ。もっとわかりやすく過去が変わったと確認できるものでないとダメか。ほう？別に実験に賛成とかそういうことじゃなくて。で、どう思ってるの？
I mean,
あんただけ記憶が継続していることについて。
clearly she does believe that time travel exists.
それを確かめるためにも次はお前に D メールを送ってもらうぞ。私は嫌。タイムパラドックスが気になるのか？
She gonna talk about her dad, perhaps?
変えるなんてなんか卑怯な感じがするから。だが実験は大好き。そうだな。好きで悪いか。すなわち自分は高みの見物を決め、他人を犠牲にして北総へむ。
Yeah, you gotta take some of your own responsibility too.
しかしだ、真面目な話。真面目な話。D メールをより完璧にするため。
Yeah, she is all too eager to take part. Shining finger.
実験を続けるしか。キリュウさん。くどい。だね。
Oh, she's right there, of course. Okran was just trying to have a nice quiet moment with Mark Sakurasu. He's always accusing him. Oh no. Now we got 2 of them doing this the whole time. And there comes part-time warrior again.
ねえねえ、あれからどうしたの？ジョン・タイターに聞いたの？
ああ、だが奴の言うことが正しいのかどうか わからなくなってきた。
どの辺が
あ
And he just
な
keeps
ぜそん
spilling.
なにムキになる？お前さてはタイタオタだな。
違うって。あ、クリスチャン。
ん
トゥットゥルー。グッモーニング。
Oh no, here we go again. Battle mode activated. Let's go. Wow.
おお、また火花を散らせて
These
いたわけ
characters
です
all
か
only have one action they keep doing.
喧嘩は悲しいです。
私的なメールは禁止だ。過去が変わったかどうか確認しやすいシンプルな内容が望ましい。4日前に携帯の機種変更をしたけど変えない方が良かったって自分に伝えたい。
なるほど。過去が変われば桐生さんの携帯も変わる。
よし、電話レンジカッコ仮起動。
Oh no, who's coming in now? Oh, it's a watermelon.
京馬さんに頼まれたルト6間違えてしまったので、そのお詫びです。
そうか。それは良い心がけだ。
I still wonder whether that was human error.
はい、じゃあ僕はこれで。
もう行っちゃうの？
失礼します。
Something is up with.
マユシーのコス気に来てよね。ごめんなさい。僕そういうのはちょっと。
I have such a hard time reading these scenes, man. It's like, what is the purpose to some of them? Okay, back to it, I guess.
またこの感覚ということは過去が変わった。
He can still hear Mayuri.
シャイニングフィンガーはどこへ行った？
Oh, she's not.
は？
日本語で OK。
Watermelon?
来なかった。
Oh, okay.
ルカ君？来てないけど。
では萌香はどうした？
萌香さん？
The watermelon is no longer here. So the
桐生萌香
person.
今日は来ていないのか？
桐生萌か。私も聞いたことが。
Holy shit, they don't even remember at all.
まさかまた D メールを？
まさか着信履歴には7月31日まで萌香のメールが残っている。
Okay, so that encounter happened at least, the very first one they had.
どうかした。ごめん、今ちょっと忙しくて後でメールするね。
She never says she's busy. She always wants to come join. No?
つまり4日前メールを受け取ってからの桐生萌香さん、彼女の行動が変わりラボには来なかったというふうに過去が改変された。
Yeah.
そういうことだな。
世界線を超えて記憶を継続する力、本当に本物なの？
Well, he clearly has it.
話はまた明日。
オカリンまた明日。ルカ君、トゥットゥルー。
Oh, that's the watermelon girl, boy. Girl, boy.
本
What did he say?
妖刀サミダレを持ってこなかっただと？
ダメだよ、オカリン。ルカ君は今日はマユシーのお客さんなんだよ。マユシーのコスを着てくれるんだね。僕、ほら、服を脱ぎ脱ぎして。
God. Oh my god.
僕一人で着るから。
すごくユリです。
Is it?
違うな。ルカ子は
ということはさらにけしからん。
Oh my god.
思った通り可愛いよ、ルカ君。こんな格好恥ずかしい。大丈夫。可愛いは正義だから。
Cute is justice.
ローアングラー化したくなる。
オカリンはどう思う？
そうだな。
I don't know about you, dude, but I don't need to see male thighs from up close. But that's just me, personally.
まずい。心が侵食されて。
また何を騒いでるんだか。
クリスチャン、トゥットゥルー。
What the fuck?
変態女子よ。
Oh my god, she's having this too.
どうこのコス、ルカ君に似合ってる？
What the hell is with the quad just
とってもキュートね。
starting in?
キュートだなんて、そんな。京馬さんたちにお願いがあったからなんです。
コスを気に来てくれたんじゃなかったの？
No, clearly not.
違うって言ってるのに、話を聞いてくれないんだもん。
あ、
Okay.
ね、嬉しくてつい。
で、頼みというのは
僕も過去にメールを送らせてほしいんです。昨日、
What, to buy the right lottery ticket for once,
ロ
or?
ト6を外してしまったお詫びをしようと思って。そしたら、
Oh, and then give the melon.
まさかまた D メールを？
萌香という人間の存在そのものが消えた。まさか
Wait, she was standing
で
there?
した。盗み聞きするつもり
And then ended up
だったん
not
ですけど
coming in?
ルカ君、過去にどんなメールを送りたいの？
実は女の子になりたいんです。は？
I mean, we already figured that,
自
but
分の話があんまり好きじゃなくて、女の子になれれば少しは自信が出るかなって昔からそう思ってたんです。一体彼女は何を言っているの？
ルカ子は女ではない。男だ。
何の冗談だ。
yeah, we heard him say that already a bunch of times.
お前も科学者なら自分の目でしっかり確かめてみ。
Oh no.
こんな可愛い子が男の子のはず。ごめん、ちょっと。
That was a male symbol, right?
お願いします。
What the hell is the deal with all of this, dude?
性別を変えることなどできるかどうか。
聞いたことがあるんです。赤ちゃんがお腹にいる間にお肉をいっぱい食べると男の子が、野菜をいっぱい食べると女の子が生まれるって。
Has this been backed up by any scientific evidence?
D メールを送るってこと？はい、ダメでしょうか。
よかろう。お前の望みを叶え。
Wait, we're gonna make our mother eat lots of vegetables?
よかったね、
ルカ子、今日からお前は我がラボの一員、ラボメンナンバー006だ。
はい。
さて、早速実験を。お前、今年17だったな。
はい。
つまり、1993年生まれ。携帯電話が日本に普及し始めたのはいつ頃だ？
No.
1996年頃っぽい。メールの機能がつくのはさらに遅いかも。
つまり、
Oh shit.
吉原さんが生まれた時点では、お母さんが携帯電話を持っていな
Yeah.
い可能性がある。
毒電波を飛ばせるように改造するとか？
毒電波はあんたたちだけで十分。
ああ、いいよ。元のの知ってくれて。
Wait, so would we just send a message saying go and eat vegetables, or what do we even want to do to make our mom eat
ま
vegetables?
た何を言い出すんだか。
携帯がないのならポケベルに送ればいいじゃない。
Yeah, pager.
電波によって小型受信機に合図を送るシステム。1990年代に
Oh yeah, I know what a pager
携
is.
帯電話の普及により下火となる。
ラボメンナンバー006、漆原ルカ。ファーストミッションだ。母親がポケベルを持っていたか調べ、その番号を入手せよ。
はい。これが番号です。
Okay.
したぞ。野菜食べると元気な子を産め
Eat vegetables for a healthy child.
18文字しか送れないと聞いたので。ポケベルは数字し
I
か
mean,
送れないのよね。これを
She might just as well get a boy again because eating vegetables didn't have any effect, right?
表現しないとダメっぽい。送れるのは半角で36文字まで。その文章だと4文字。
Oh, right.
住むでは
Too long of a
これを
message.
数字に変換すると
本当に大丈夫かな？
心配するな。
Oh god. She's gonna get a monster as a baby. I have no idea what she's gonna be eating, but... Is there alone?
リーディングシュタイナーが発動し
Oh
た。
god, what happened now?
なるほど、こういう人もいるのね。
Well, Ruka's still there.
ルカちゃんにはこういうの絶対似合うと思うな。
そうかな。
これは
こら変態。どこを見つめている？
I mean, had to do some research, right? Yeah, how are we gonna find this out now?
ルカ子は女になれたかとは聞き
Exactly, you can't just...
しかしこれは失敗だな
Hey, Ruka, did you know that before you were a boy who wanted to be a girl?
どんな変態的行為を想像している
Ah, dude.
オカリン
確かに世界線は移動した何かが変わったのだ一体何が
Oh, don't leave me there. Come on, man. That was too vague. Okay, yeah, so the experiments continue. I will say I'm having a little bit of a harder time compared to last episode to really try and feel like there was much progression in this one. And therefore, you know, what I even can talk about here. Yeah, I mean, you know, we started off with that first experiment where Mocha, she's called or whatever, right? Moeka. She wanted to, of course, go back or send a message to herself in the past to tell her not to change her phone. But somehow that got her to just literally disappear from the world entirely, or, well, maybe not entirely, because, of course, Okran still had the messages left of his exchange with her. So the first exchange that he had with her on the street, which I think was back in, like, episode 2, that still happened, I guess, right? But then she was nowhere to be found, and she didn't really... She said she was too busy, didn't want to have anything to do with everything, so her whole behavioral pattern changed too. And that's the interesting part. And of course, you know, all the other characters who hadn't interacted with her yet, you know, don't remember her therefore anymore either. So what was the deal with that? At the same time, we saw, of course, that it sort of changed the... It changed a different thing, which is that we saw Ruka come in with that watermelon as an apology, but now, changing the time this way, she didn't come in with the watermelon either. So what I'm thinking about when I simply take all of this into consideration is like, okay, is what the show's trying to make clear to me right now that we're gonna have to start thinking about, like, yeah, again, sort of the butterfly effect, I guess, that was already sort of hinted in a prior episode with the title, but more like the consequences of certain actions changing, therefore also perhaps changing, branching off and changing what other characters will do too, right? Because that's kind of what this hinted at with Ruka not giving the watermelon. Or was it just, again, Ruka therefore listening in on a conversation, figuring out what they were doing, and therefore coming up with that new experiment that they could do of, you know, changing him into a her then, I guess, right? Getting his mom to eat a bunch of vegetables so that she would have a girl instead. I don't know. Again, like, that's sort of what I'm trying to figure out right now. Yeah. Okran made a good point there, though, that at the end he still couldn't actually figure out because it was hard. It was a hard, you know, question to ask, or a hard reality to confront Ruka with. That, like, oh, actually, you were a boy in the past, and we're gonna have to check now real quick whether you're a girl instead. Yeah, have fun trying to achieve that as a guy. You're not gonna do so. So I guess this experiment is sort of a failed one for now as well, and we're just gonna have to figure out something else. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's sort of... This episode has me at a bit of a loss of words, I will say that. Whereas last one I had a lot to say about. Now it's like, okay, we did a couple of things, but we, you know, there wasn't really anything substantial, any conclusions to draw from those things yet. So, all in all, you know, I'm just gonna, I guess, move on to the next one very soon, and I already look forward to seeing where we go from here. So, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction here to Steins Gate, then of course you can already watch the next 8 episodes right away over my Patreon page. That's going to be linked on top of the description. Over there we'll already be on episode 16, so you can time travel all the way to that point in time. Check out those next 8 episodes right now, along with, of course, full-length reactions if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell if you enjoy all my content. And then with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.